This is the Forex Currency Trading Online Daily Forex News Report for the 8th of March 2013. Japanese yen's weakness is back to the main theme in the markets today, as US dollar Japanese yen soared through the 95 psychological level. This week's job market data from the US raised the expectation of a solid non-farm payroll later today. Economists expect the non-farm payroll to show 158,000 growth in February, while the unemployment rate is expected to be unchanged at 7.9%. The ADP report released on Wednesday showed a stronger than expected gain of 198,000 in February, while January's figure was revised up to 215,000, making the average number for the first 2 months of 2013 above the 200,000 mark. Initial jobless claims dropped further to 340,000 in the week ending March 13th, with the 4-week moving average dropping below 350,000 to 349,000. The 4-week average figure was indeed the best number since early 2008. Fresh selling was seen in the yen after China unexpectedly posted trade surplus in February. Trade surplus narrowed to $15.3 billion, down from $29.2 billion in January, but markets were expecting an $8.8 billion deficit. Exports were strong and jumped 21.8% year-on-year to $139.4 billion, while imports dropped 15.2% year-on-year to $123.1 billion. Meanwhile, Japan's Q4 GDP was also revised up to 0.0% quarter-on-quarter, up from minus 0.1%, showing that the country avoided contraction. Overall risk sentiments are firm in Asian markets as major equity indices recorded gains, following another record high in the Dow at 14,329 overnight. But it seems that risk sentiments are only having a slight impact on the Japanese yen, as other major currencies showed muted reactions. European majors are generally stuck in tight range against the dollar. The euro rebounded yesterday following the European Central Bank's press conference, but there was no follow-through buying seen. Both the European Central Bank and the Bank of England left the monetary stance unchanged. ECB President Draghi expected the Eurozone should return to growth in 2014, with the forecast range between 0 to 2% inflation next year, with a range from 0.6% to 2%. The Bank of England announced to keep the bank rate at 0.5% and the asset purchases at £375 billion. The committee only released a short statement, and details of the discussion will not be disclosed until the release of the minutes on March 20th. Looking ahead, Canadian job data will be another focus today and is expected to show 7,800 growth in February, with the unemployment rate unchanged at 7%. US dollar Canadian dollar had a jump earlier this week as the Bank of Canada turned more neutral, noting that policy stimulus